Hello, my friends. My name is Tim Johnson. Well, here we go again. I'm not sure of the situation in America regarding lockdown, for those of you watching over there, but all over Europe, we're in lockdown 2, or if not now, will be very shortly. The UK was announced a couple of days ago that on Thursday they will go into a 4-week lockdown. France is in lockdown. Germany is in lockdown. Over here in Spain, the situation is not quite lockdown yet, although it might as well be. All the borders are shut in the various communities. You're not allowed to leave your communities. There's a curfew between 10:30 at night until 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. in the morning, depending where you are. Police are stopping you everywhere to see where you're travelling to, and mask wearing is compulsory even when exercising now. And the way we're heading over here in Spain, the lockdown will be following very, very shortly. We're all in different situations, aren't we? I mean, my stress is, or so-called stress is, a lot different than some of you who may be watching this who can't make ends meet, who are wondering how you're going to feed your families or pay the rent or the mortgage, or are wondering when you're next going to see those that you love or even your friends. The stress is immense. And the British government announced an 80% furlough scheme. Well, if you're using 100% of your wages to pay the bills and put food on the table for your family, then now you're going to have to make a choice. Is it food? Is it paying the rent or the mortgage, or 80% of the rent, or having 80% of the food that you normally eat? Wondering whether your employer's going to hold your job open for you. And all these messages apply to wherever you're watching this, whatever country you're in. It's a fearful situation. All right, they've been given an end date in the UK, 2nd of December, but again, yesterday they said they may extend that. From my point of view, I've not seen my family for nearly a year now because of the first lockdown and the travel restrictions. And I've booked to go over in December. And also now I'm looking forward to that with all my heart. I'm now wondering, is that going to happen, or can they possibly stop Christmas being celebrated and us seeing our loved ones? And you can moan all you like about the inept handling of it, and should it have been done, which it should have, during the half term in England, which would have been the ideal time. Now they decide to do it when the children go back to school. Absolute ridiculous, which has made the situation 100 times worse. More infections, a longer lockdown, just totally inept handling. But there's nothing we can do about that. And that brings me on to the subject of this video. We're living in times that we have never experienced in our lives, most of us, and probably and hopefully never will again. Although who knows the way the world's heading at the moment. But those of us who've worked very hard, who have mental health issues and sobriety issues and addiction issues, are in a very precarious situation at the moment. I know that I've received a lot of emails over the last day or two since the lockdown in the UK was announced. And people are saying, fuck it, for no want of a better word, let's hit the F it button and drown our sorrows, as it were. And your brain will try and play tricks on you, saying that you can get some relief from the stress of all this, the fear, the unknown, the lack of hope, what you're going through with your families, your jobs, money, all the rest of it will all disappear if you have a drink or take a drug. When in fact, the rational part of our mind should be reminding us of where that particular journey will take us to. And I know where it'll take me to, which is why I'm not going to do it. See, the point is, your brain will try and trick you and say, well, what's the point? You know, life's never going to get back to normal. But all of this is beyond our control. And the first part of getting sober and dealing with mental health issues is to let go of what's beyond your control. If you're thinking about drinking or using drugs, even if your situation is dire with money and that, and a job and all the rest of it, and feeding your family, well, what's the logic in spending money on alcohol and depriving your family, or drugs, and depriving your family of that, and then depriving them of you when you spiral down into a heap on the floor, because it'll only be 100 times worse than the last time that you drank or you used. It won't solve any of these issues. You'll just wake up the next morning in worse despair, more depressed. All the rest of it will have multiplied 1,000 times, and then you'll drink and use again. And off you go on that merry-go-round, which you could not only end up losing your job and the rest of it, you could end up losing your family or your life. And none of this situation warrants that, and it's bloody hard, and I know how hard it must be. Like I say, the levels of stress are different. My mental health and addiction issues I have to be careful every single day, but my levels of stress are a lot lower, and I know that, than many of you watching this. But I do know what keeps me well and will keep you well, and that's not going back to that pit of despair, drink and drugs, which will just lead you to hopelessness and death. You've just got to use the time that you're in lockdown and of staying connected. Like I've always said, stay connected with those that you love, and if you can say hello to people and speak to them, if you can still travel out and volunteer, if you're in that situation, and mix with like-minded people. If not, use the Zoom. Stay connected every single day to those you love. Make a point of it. Talk to like-minded people in groups. Just keep talking and unburden yourself. Do a daily journal dump. Write down all your thoughts, negative feelings, etc. in a daily journal. You'll find that'll ease the weight in your mind, and a few of those problems will solve themselves when you look at them on paper. Use the time that you're in lockdown, like before, to learn something new, to occupy your mind, which is the major thing here is boredom. Occupy your mind. Find something to learn, something to interest you. Create and learn every day. If you can help someone online, help someone online. Do give something back. Diet and exercise are key. Exercise every single day. You can still go out in lockdown and exercise. I know he said that when he was making his bumbling speech, Boris Johnson. You can go out and exercise. So get out there, get fresh air every single day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Just keep moving, exercise indoors. If you can't go to the gym anymore, use bodyweight exercises, calisthenics indoors. Keep your diet clean. Avoid binging on sugary shit and processed food, because that'll just lower your mood even more and your energy levels. And you don't want that to happen. It is difficult. And obviously, if you want to give yourself the odd treat, that's fine as well. Sometimes you're going to need a chocolate bar in front of Netflix just to buck you up a bit and take your mind off what's going on. And that's the thing, take your mind off. It's beyond your control. There's absolutely nothing you can do, you as a singular can do about this, except keep yourself the best you can possibly be for those that you love, those that depend on you. And you have to stay strong. Live strong, live free is my motto on this channel, and as is Carpe Diem. And you're going to have to seize the day every single day and make the best of it, because that's all we can do, just do our best. But one thing that won't solve anything is going back to drink and drugs. So bear that in mind as well. Stay strong, my friends. Carpe diem. Much love to you. Speak soon. Bye-bye.